everyone, hey all, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of an odds and ends overview of a few things. These are things that I've had now for a little while. None of them deserve their own attention. Pretty much all of them, most of them, are of the actual transforming robot variety. There are varying degrees of quality control, I assure you, but this is going to be an interesting little thing. Plus we have I guess a neat little add-on, so to speak, that was 3D printed by a friend of the channel, Grimlock, but extremely useful all the same. We have a box of things to cover in the latest GotBot True, our review. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, light them up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton to let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, all the groups that I am either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that down in the description below. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. And as I said, we have a box of things. Now these include some kind of poorly done KOs, a KO of something that's sort of a cross between Nerf and Transformers, I guess we'd call it a statue that you sort of have to paint yourself, we'll see that, and a neat little add-on that can go with the Earthrise Seeker. So without any further ado, we have a box of things to look at. Let's head over to the table and take a closer look at it all. And that's right, it's time once again for one of those odds and ends videos, folks, and there's some interesting ones in here this time. There's everything that's in here is a robot, I think, I'm pretty sure. Some of it transforms, some of it doesn't, some of it's good, some of it's really not, some of it's middle of the road. It's a little bit of a bunch of stuff. Most of it comes from friend of the channel, Maximal10, who does like to torture me sometimes. But I think there's something in there from Grimlock as well, if I'm not mistaken. So there's kind of a few things here to dig into. So without any further ado, how about we do it, man? And that's right, this story begins with a box full of things, because this is one of those odds and ends videos. Most of what we have here is from Maximal10. He likes to give me things that have questionable quality because he likes to make my life tough. He likes to torture me. I don't know. And I think there's something in here from Grimlock as well. So what we've got here first is a landing gear. It spins. It actually does spin. 3D printed. I like it. It's cool. It has a little bit of detailing here on the back. It can be used with the Earthrise Seekers. Case in point, here we have Starscream. Now in robot mode, you might say, well, what could you do with the landing gear in robot mode? That's no good. Actually, in robot mode, you can quite simply just put it behind the wing. There's a peg that comes straight up so that it can peg into the nose cone, which I'll show in a few moments. But if you have him in robot mode and you're like, well, what will I do with the landing gear? Do I just throw it aside? No, man, put it behind his wing. It fits there perfectly because we also have pegs on either side. They're more rectangular, but they fit in those slots just fine. In plane mode, we use up right here where that pin is, and you would just peg the landing gear in thusly like that. You get the idea. And there you go, you get the idea. The nice thing is these work on any of the Seeker molds because they all have the same nose cone. Clever, neat, I dig it. And then next up we have one of these little plastic dome eggy things. I don't know if this was like a Kinder Surprise type of thing, or if it was from like one of those those little machines that you put like a quarter in and you get something. I don't know what this was, but it did yield this. I think it's supposed to be a RID 2015 Sideswipe. whatever this horrific little thing is, it's not good. It doesn't transform. The main torso is all red. The limbs are all black. I guess the arms can go all the way around, and they sort of butterfly a little bit because of where you had to put this together, right? No elbows, no out to the side or anything. The legs can go forward. They can't go back. They can't go out to the side or anything either. I mean, like, he can lean over. You know, he can do exercise like let's do touching our toes. You can do that. The whole body is hollow. This is awful. Obviously, this came from Maximal 10. The landing gear were from Grimlock Gone. They're excellent. This, not so much. And then we have this thing. I've seen these. It's a little statue, and you need to paint it yourself, and the colors are detailed back here. There's a line of them. I remember when WizKids kind of showed these licensed little paintable, customizable statues off some time ago, and I was like, huh, neat. Plus, it's a good way to kind of practice your customizing abilities. I think the intention is for these paints to be specifically picked up and be like WizKid brand paints. I think. I don't know a lot about it, but I tell you what is really cool about this. Inside, we actually have this little like yellow sheet, and on it are teeny tiny Autobot and Decepticon logos. And you never know. You never know when you want to add a logo, or, you know, a badge, if you will, to a custom or a KO or something. And it's always nice to have some extras on hand, so it's cool that they're in there as well. It's a little paintable statue thing. Will I do it? I don't know. I guess I'll look into it. It doesn't really, like, it doesn't transform or anything, but it's neat all the same. And next up is Tiny Cyberverse Shockwave. He's just a little guy, but you know what? He has nice paint on the eye. He has some silver paint. I'm gonna say that he has decent articulation for what it is. Like, the whole torso is a piece around a cylinder that can go around. The arms can go all the way around. There's no elbow or anything, but they go all the way around. The head doesn't rotate, but because the body does, it feels like the head rotates, which is kind of cool. The legs can't, like, they can go back. They can't really go forward. And for some reason, the way that the legs are, like, you can sort of bend them out to the side like that for some weird reason. If you fiddled and finagled with it enough, you could probably get some semblance of a transformation out of it, but, like, it's just a little standy-uppy Shockwave lad. He feels robust, though. The plastic feels... If you know what, like, Make Toys Chaos Paladin feels like, it feels like that. It's like a dense rubber. It's not... It doesn't... Red, it kind of feels like the plastic used in the red line, but solid. You know, like, it feels appropriate for something this small and niche. Nice paint, though. Next up, we have Constructicon Devastator. It is a Creon by Creo, and he's orange. So he has the whole, like, G2 thing on the go. Why they chose to do orange, I don't know. That being said, he was also handed out as a freebie, apparently, in, I think, Toys R Us, if I'm not mistaken, and I think at a BotCon. But I could be wrong about both of that. The best thing about this guy is that he comes with this tiny, purple, translucent Megatron. And that's probably the coolest thing to say about him. Besides that, he is like a Creo, so, like, he moves like any of these, like, minifigs do. You know, I guess the arm can go all the way around and kind of out and whatnot. The wrist sort of moves, the legs go back and forward, and, you know, he can twist at the waist and come apart at the waist, and the head can come off. When you turn the helmet on the head, like, the face won't move, so you'll cover the face, so you kind of want to move the face and then put the helmet back on. It's the weirdest little niche thing, but I do love that Megatron. And then we get into that $1 level, cheap KO junk, trans robot, and that kind of looks like Hound on the front. What gets me is that if we look at the back, there's a whole line of these. I now have two. First up, we have Ravage. I'm going to call him Ravage because he's really not Ravage, even though he's supposed to be Ravage. This, of course, is based on the Classics mold that came with Hound. It's in this, like, orangey yellow and like bluish color. The paws, they don't, I guess that they move at like the paw elbow. You know, these still move. You got that molded in missile piece on his leg. There doesn't seem to be a tail. Not on this one anyway. Let's see if we can transform this without breaking it up. I'm not confident in that. No. Look at this. He transforms just fine. Not a problem, man. You know what? For something that's like $1.50 Canadian, no less, better than I thought it was gonna be. And I also have he who I'm gonna call Cosnot, cause he's not Cosmos, and he's kind of a snot. This isn't good. It's not the right colors, and it's I don't know, like the head, I don't think it moves. If it does, then I don't want to do it because it'll break. The arms can go all the way around. They're not much out to the side. The legs can do this, I suppose. If you notice the shadow, that's Starscream wife. Normally I'd like edit this stuff out, but like this is kind of a downward spiral anyway. This isn't good. We're just gonna keep going. That kicks all the way forward. I guess it kicks all the way back, and we have like a knee here, and it swivels, but like it doesn't feel great. Let's see if we can do this transformation real fast here. It looks like, I don't even know how to do the actual one. I know that this is based on like a little Legends offering from some years ago. It feels like that's supposed to come in like this, and I just popped a leg off. Let's put this one back on. I feel like this is supposed to come up kind of like this. I'll solidify it, push that head down. I'll solidify it, but like this, it looks like this thing. Here we go. I solidified it a little bit. I mean, I guess it has some detailing. It's like a poorly done Cosmos, but like I feel like the actual one must have better tolerances than this. I don't know, like, it's like a poor man's scrounge, you know? Kinda, sorta. Maybe it's more wheel than anything else. And here we have a Micromaster KO of the leader of the Construction Patrol, Autobot Takedown. Except this is not Takedown. It's not as good as Takedown. Very simple. The legs are super loose. Like, there you go. I just moved him and he fell. So sad. The arms, they can go up and down almost all the way around, but not quite. The transformation is simple because he has a mono leg that doesn't really do anything. You just kind of collapse him, put his arms by the side, and flip him down. I guess he rolls okay. Interestingly, he has like a 5mm peg back here, or peg hole back there. I don't know exactly what the point of that would be, but you know, whatever. We also have this lad. He is a KO as well, and we can bring, I think, that up over, and I think the legs just fold up if I'm not mistaken. I think they kind of collapse in. Then I think after they're down, I looked at this one a long time ago. This is actually a pretty good KO, to be honest with you. I think the Tank Lad is more successful, but a couple of KO Micromasters, I don't know, I dig Micromasters. He is infinitely better than this guy though. And next up, coming to us all the way from 1984 is whatever this thing is. I mean, it was part of the, like, I don't know, like robots that change into other things. I feel like this might be a Commandtron, but I can't swear to it. I don't know exactly what this is. I know that it has a power unit. These two back tires are on what they call a power unit. And you can take it and you bring it back, and like once you bring it back, right, the thing drives forward, right? You power it up. And you don't have to pull back very much for it to get a fair amount of power to drive forward. So that's actually sort of impressive. This guy is obviously like a three-wheeler trike, if you will. Neat, I guess. Lot of chrome detail, and the chrome is still kind of beautiful, to be honest with you. We come here and we can take off the power pack piece, and we, I think, lift out the arm wing pieces and extend the legs down, and then we flip that up to reveal the face, and we have a robot lad who stands up and has a lot of chrome, and he has a tire on the back of his head. You know, the articulation here, like the transformation, it's fine for what it is. Again, 10. I mean, you know, this obviously came out as competition for Transformers in 1984. The robot head going up is fine. The resultant head with these antenna thing are weird. The arms, I guess the arms actually, like, they move out and kind of back and sort of forward. The arms are fairly articulated, like, considering the 80s, you know, and we all know what, like, articulation stuff was like then. Like, it's surprising he even has arms that can move. This isn't, can he stand up, or, I thought I had him stood up, but, like, there's little wheels down here. I'm assuming he's supposed to be able to roll. Apparently, you're able to take the power pack, and I guess it's supposed to somehow slide in here. I don't know exactly how that's supposed to stay on. It's not doing it. Looking at the instructions, like, it looks like you're supposed to mount him on the, like, power pack thing. Is there a, maybe this way? Maybe it's supposed to go, that doesn't seem to be, I'm not, oh man, this isn't good. Like this maybe? Maybe like that. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to go. And we pull it back, and hold on, let's see if, yeah, it doesn't work as well. There you go, I guess. You might have seen him moving there. Okay, whatever. It's a weird little thing from the 80s that falls in with robots that change, and it's a weird throwback, I guess. And now our main event. After that oddity, things only get weirder. What's super weird is that some months ago, I want to say late November, somebody actually asked me to review this, and I was like, yeah, I haven't seen them locally. I don't know if that's going to happen, man. And then Maximal 10 ended up having this be part of like a holiday Christmas package. We're only looking at it now. It is in a needlessly oversized package, and we're going to look at that before we look at this first. If you notice me holding the package, there's a reason for that, because it's not going to stand up on its own. It says 2 transformations. We have these 4 like dart things. A picture of the robot up there. The picture looks infinitely better than what the actual robot is. When we turn this around, yeah, you can see that there's a few of these. Like, there's a few in the line, I guess. Shockingly decent instructions done on gloss paper, so it's probably the best thing in the package. I presume that there's a way you can like actually load these foam little dart things and it'll work. I don't know how to do that. So, yeah. Now I promise you, Megatron, this is not. The instructions actually not only show you high detailed pictures and highlight the parts that move, but they actually sort of explain it as well. So we're going to actually try and follow the instructions and see if we can get this guy to his robot mode. So we begin by removing that up top, I would say 3mm peg. Then it says to bring the legs out and rotate them all the way around, I believe. Sorry. Pick up the toes. Pick up the toes and then rotate them forward. And, oh, that doesn't sound good. Down on some ratchets. Clever legs, I guess. We'll bring those boys out there. Bring those bad boys out there. Then we're gonna come to the back, and it looks like these pieces are supposed to move next. Down and fold down. So yeah, they fold down. After we have those folded down, it says to like pull down the pistol grip. So okay, so we got that done, and nothing about this feels nice or good. So once we've got that down, I don't feel like I really know what to do now. Maybe bring the arms down? Yeah, bring the arms down. There you go. So we do that, and I think then we're supposed to split these arms. Oh, that doesn't feel good. That does not feel good. So we bring those out to the side, bring the head up, and then this whole piece comes down to the front to become a chest like that. Ooh, man. And I like it says move, what is it? Turn forward the chest armor and fix. I don't know if there's any fix in this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there's any fix in this. So then these little blasters, they kind of come forward on the side, and you straighten up the arms like that and slide the hands forward like that and like that, and then you take the blaster and you put that in the hand, and then you stand the guy up. I know he's gone in a frame. We're just going to refocus things here. Here he is next to our little lad from 1984. I mean, our little 1984 lad is, I don't know, his transformation will say 10, I guess. The colors, 10, because we have nothing to compare to, and the articulation, 1, the arms were able to move. What about this guy? Well, again, the colors, 10, I guess, very Decepticon-y type of colors. The transformation, like, the plastic doesn't feel good. The engineering's fine. The plastic doesn't feel good at all. But the instructions are super clear. It works exactly how it's designed. And 8, I guess, articulation. The head, it can go up and down, no side to side or anything. The arms can go all the way around. Little butterfly, little bit out. We do have really a double elbow. The hands have nothing. It's really hollow inside that arm though, man. Then we don't, no waist. I mean, there's no waist or anything like that. Nothing fancy like that, but the leg goes well out to the side. It can go forward, back all the way, no thigh swivel, but we actually have a ratcheted knee, and I guess like toe tilt, like articulation 7, I guess. I don't know, like it doesn't feel good, but it's nifty if you like converting robots. He's cool for that, I guess. And so here we have our latest little parade of oddities. By the way, in that box that we started out with, I found the tail for this lad. Yay! So he actually does have a tail, like he's supposed to. So, okay, what can I say here? The Cosmos is awful. The little Micromaster is... He'd be fine if the legs were a little better toleranced. You know, as fine as a G1 Micromaster would be. The little Ravage guy is actually pretty good. I might put him with Blaster. You know, he could be one of Blaster's lads. The Sideswipe is rough. The little Shockwave is cute, I guess. I don't know why it exists, but it's cute. Big thank you to Grimlock Gun for the landing gear for Starscream and the Seekers. And then this other transforming thing and the other little 1984 thing. I guess the 1984 thing is cool if you like pull back, like racer, key car type of dealies. The big KO Blaster lad here, he actually functions well for what he is. It's definitely not for me, and it's definitely not Megatron, and it definitely got like a steampunk type of feel to it. But I mean, it was $4 Canadian. What do you want? For $4 Canadian, you're actually getting an awful lot there for the value. And I mean like an awful lot for the value. I mean, though I don't know much about loading these darts and whatnot, like, you got that, it's a working, like, actual Nerf style pistol, and then you actually get a transformation in a robot. I mean, he can stand, he's fine, he even has some ratchets. It's not good, but for $4, it's hard to go wrong with it. For me, I think the standout is the landing gear, but the real star of the show is the $4 Giant, not Megatron, not Galvatron, not anything guy. And here we are once again, and what can I say? It was a box of some interesting things. The little Micromaster lad, I mean, they're neat. The little Micromaster came with a package from Tortoise. I think it's cool that they get thrown in there. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so great. I do think that the little Ravage, the KO Ravage, I mean, actually, he's not bad. All things considered, the color's weird, obviously, but it's not bad. The Cosmos, that thing's rough. That thing not very good. I can't believe there's a whole line of those. The little statue, I've seen those from WizKids, you know, the little paintable things. I guess it's neat, especially if you're a customizer. They're kind of small, so there's definitely going to be some fine detail to that as well. Then we have the big blaster thing. Surprisingly, the instructions work really well. The plastic is not of a great quality by any stretch of the imagination, but you know what? It works for what it is. And of course, how can I forget the landing gear to go with Earthrise Seekers? And in robot mode, it can go tucked cleanly behind the wing of the Seekers. At least for the main trio. You might say, hey, what about with the Coneheads? The Coneheads' wings are a bit different. I have found, and I only have Thrust and Sandstorm, so I guess technically Ramjet, and I assume Dirge would be the same sort of thing. I have found, rather than trying to put it on the wing there, the best thing to do in robot mode is use the peg hole that's like in the middle of their back and just peg it in right there. It stays kind of behind the nose cone and it tucks away clean, secure, and yeah, they work great in plane mode. They store away nicely in robot mode. What's not to like? It was an interesting little odds and ends catch up. I want to thank, honestly, Maximal 10, as well as Tortoise, as well as Grimlock Gun for kind of adding the items this go around. Let me know what you think about the items we looked at. I appreciate you guys coming by, give me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon, see what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course you can hit the join button right here on YouTube, become a channel member, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams, at the stop motion premieres, or the old fashioned way, baby, right here inside the videos.